The most dangerous trees you should never touch. It is impossible to argue about the benefits of trees. Without them, there will be no life on Earth, and if they disappear, the planet will begin to destroy all life. But there are also such trees that pose a real danger to humans. It is better to avoid them, otherwise you risk causing serious and irreparable harm to the body. Manzanilla tree, a majestic tree with a lush spreading crown and glossy green leaves, can reach 15 meters in height. The fruits of the plant resemble apples and emit a pleasant aroma. In fact, the external appetitousness of the fruits is only an illusion. Inside they are filled with poisonous juice, which includes a dangerous chemical compound phorbol. With direct contact with a tree, painful burns may appear on a person's skin, and if the juice of paradise apples gets into the eyes, then severe irritation cannot be avoided. Eating fruits is all the more strictly prohibited. It can lead to death. And this is no joke. Manzanilla was even included in the Guinness Book of Records as the most dangerous tree in the world. People who live in places where manzanilla grows tried to cut down poisonous trees. But it turned out that this was not an easy task. With any attempts to cut down the plant, the juice splashed directly into the eyes, causing severe irritation. As a result, people abandoned this idea, and trees began to be marked with red or green crosses or rings, so that it was immediately clear that it was better to avoid these plants. Who are exploding? A huge tree up to 35 meters high is easy to identify. Its trunk is covered with cone-shaped spikes, and the fruits resemble pumpkins in miniature. This tree is incredibly toxic. Upon contact with the skin, severe irritation begins, and if the juice gets into the eyes, then a person may even temporarily go blind. Previously, the Indians even used kura juice specifically to make poisoned arrows, to hunt animals, and to paralyze fish. Kura seeds are also saturated with toxins. Kura grows in the rainforests of North and South America. In Tanzania, horse chestnut. At first glance, nothing unusual. Horse chestnut is widely known in southern Europe, North America, East Asia, and northern India, as well as in Russia, China, and Japan. It is often used in the production of medicines, and the tree itself often becomes the center of landscape compositions. Everything would be fine if fresh fruits were not so toxic. When eating chestnuts, a person experiences severe poisoning, and it is definitely impossible to do without medical help. Of course, these fruits are not added to food, but animals and small children are not averse to playing with fresh chestnuts, so it is better to exclude such games from the everyday life of pets and small discoverers. Cerberus. Outwardly unremarkable, Cerberus does not arouse any suspicion. An evergreen tree, elegant white flowers, a delicate jasmine fragrance, and mouth-watering mango-like fruits. It seems that nature has created the perfect plant. That's just all. Its pods are extremely poisonous. They contain an extremely toxic substance that blocks electrical impulses into organisms, including the heart rate. Obviously, it is strictly forbidden to eat the fruits of Cerberus. Moreover, the plant cannot even be used for making fires, because smoke can cause severe poisoning. Cerberus grows in tropical Asia, Australia, the Seychelles, and the Republic of Madagascar. Stinging tree. The stinging tree is a large shrub up to 2 meters tall, which belongs to the nettle family. But, unlike the usual nettle, a stinging tree leaves such burns, the consequences of which can be very serious. Red burns form on the injured place, which merge into one large tumor. This tumor can last up to several months. At least one person, and many animals, dogs and horses, have already died from burns of a stinging tree. People who have personally met with this plant will surely remember this all their lives. For example, Ernie Ryder from Queensland, an employee of the Parks and Wildlife Service, says that when he received a burn from a tree, he felt as if he had been doused with acid. He could not get up for 3 days, and then for another 2 weeks he felt unbearable pain. And even more, according to Ernie, the burning sensation returned for 2 years every time he took a cool shower. Castor bean, an evergreen plant up to 10 meters tall with small light cream, Red or white flowers and spherical fruits is often found in India, Brazil, Argentina, Africa, Iran, and China. Castor oil is often used in gardening. Despite its attractive appearance, the shrub is highly toxic. All parts of the plant contain protein poison, which is dangerous for animals and humans. Ingestion of seeds causes vomiting, colic, and enteritis, as well as a violation of the water electrolyte balance and bleeding from the gastrointestinal tract. That is why not every gardener decides to use castor oil as part of a landscape composition, preferring less decorative but safer plants to this plant. While traveling to different countries, be careful. Do not eat fruits that are not familiar to you. Do not touch unfamiliar plants so as not to spoil your impressions of your vacation. Put a lapel and subscribe to the channel and write your comments. See you in the next story.